Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome to the channel. I'm Instigator92, and today we're going to be doing a bit of a different video, something I haven't done before. In this video, I'm going to tell you guys the things that I think Gears of War E-Day is going to need to have at release to help make it more successful with new and old fans. And before we start getting into the list that I have here, I just want to preface this with, these are things that I would like to see, and I do think other people would probably agree with me that some of these things, or if not maybe all of them, should be there day one, and that I'm not necessarily super stoked with a lot of the changes that they showed in Gears E-Day. I feel like we're getting very far away from what Gears of War's gameplay is, and these are definitely some things that would kind of help me, I guess, get through some of that initial onboarding with all the changes that they got going on. Okay, I'm going to start going through my list here, and these are in no particular order. There is no priority system that I have here, although I will say that this very first one that I have is kind of more important to me than any of the other ones, and that's that they need to have classic characters for multiplayer at launch. And that's mostly because I am a huge Clayton Carmine fan. Ever since Gears of War 3, Clayton is the only COG soldier I like to play as. And I don't want to have to wait months on end for him or even other characters for other people to be added into the multiplayer, because at launch all they have is characters that are in the base game. They can't afford to make that mistake again, and having Clayton, and I would say even the original members of Delta Squad in their older styles, is kind of a necessary thing to have. And even like the other characters throughout the other games. Let them be bulky, don't try to redesign them or anything. Let people have that nostalgia or just enjoy the character the way that they liked them and have always loved them. You know, that's coming from someone that, with Gears 4 and 5, did not like the base cast of characters. Like, I just did not like the new ones. They did not feel like good characters to me. And so once they added, you know, older enemies like the Locust, the older COD characters like Clayton and all the other Delta Squad members, makes it a lot easier to go in and play that game with characters that I actually enjoy. So, number one, classic characters at launch. Number two, we need to have game modes from past games that have always existed. There's nothing wrong with adding new modes, but we should be respectful to the modes for players that have grown with Gears over the years and have gotten used to playing these particular modes. You know, things like Guardian, Execution, Warzone, King of the Hill, and Capture the Leader. And not only that, but keep these as round-based modes. That's one of the things that Gears is known for. So hopefully we don't end up going into Gears E-Day and getting modes that are not round-based. I feel that that's something that is very unique to Gears' identity, because I cannot think of a single game mode off the top of my head that hasn't been round-based in Gears of War. So we're already changing the gameplay. Let's not change the game modes too. For number three, this is something that all games can use and kind of need to go back to, and that's the ability to voice chat with any and all players in both pre- and post-game lobbies and in between rounds. That's something that Gears had all the way up until Gears 3, and I'm sorry, but I do not recall if Gears 4 and 5 had this chat feature outside of text chat, but it's something that needs to be there. People need to be able to talk trash and whatnot. It's a part of being competitive, especially in an environment where you're playing something where you're either going to win or lose, and it adds a different layer of fun and excitement to the game. I mean, it can also be frustration, but, you know, there's a lot of good and fun times to be had from it. And if you're someone that does not want to interact with other people because you're just, I guess to put it lightly, too much of a fairy to participate and everything offends you, then you can just turn off voice chat and be alone forever. I genuinely don't know what to tell you. But this is something that made past games extremely fun. It really, I think, adds a layer to that replayability. And you can that's how you make friends. You know, people from the enemy team and your team. Sometimes just talking shit and having a good time. It's not always like super serious doom and gloom, like, oh, I hate that guy. Sometimes it's just talking mad shit because of something that went on in the round. It's part of any competitive environment. And number 4, I'm going to combine a couple things here. And that's we need to have an offline mode for campaign and multiplayer. This way, if there's issues going on with the servers, or maybe someone's having internet outages, they can just hop on and play the game to their heart's content until they're able to get back online again and start playing some multiplayer or horde or something with friends. And to go with this, that means the profile should be saved locally so that they have access to any saves that they need, or their profile so that they can, if they want to play against bots in a bot lobby until, you know, again, their internet comes back, or they have the ability to hop online for whatever reason, they can play as the characters they have unlocked, use whatever, you know, in general, skins for weapons and all that. Like, they have everything. So offline modes with a locally saved profile. Definitely a couple big things that not a lot of games do anymore, and I think that would definitely go a long way. Last but not least, they should only have skins that make sense within the Gears universe. Now, when it comes to the weapon skins, they've definitely taken some liberties and had some cool and crazy things. But when it comes to character skins, we need to keep them simple as possible. If you want to do like simple recolors for the armor, like maybe instead of the black and blue that the COG typically have, you know, we've had the golden gear. Maybe you do something that's some version of green and black, or, you know, something like that. No Fortnite style skin. Like, I don't want to be seeing a gear running around with fairy wings on their back, or a locust running around in like a little onesie or a jumpsuit or something. Keep that stuff out of the game. Gears typically has some goofy stuff around the holidays where they put like little helmets and stuff on characters. I think that is perfectly fine. It's fun with the season or holiday. But as we all know, there's going to be microtransactions, so keep the extremely silly, goofy stuff out. I hated it in Halo, and I would hate it even more in Gears of War. And definitely keep the Pride skins out. They had a bunch of those in 4 and 5, and especially Gears 5. I don't want political pandering and all that stuff in my game. I prefer that the game industry just focus on making good games, fun games, and not get all caught up in that bullshit. Now, these are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. I'll definitely be keeping an eye out and interacting with you guys. And if you want to see more content like this, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe. And feel free to hit that notification bell. That'll let you know whenever I upload content like this, or even go live throughout the week. I happen to go live 3 days, Monday, Thursday, Friday, all in the evening, and it's genuinely a fun time. So, appreciate you all sticking around to the end of the video here. Have a good rest of your day and week, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.